How long are MREs good for? In this video, we cover the topic of MREs, or meals ready to eat. I'll talk about how long they are good for, can you eat them after 20 years, how to store them, and more. With that said, I strongly recommend that you visit our site and read the full article on the subject. Enjoy our video. MREs, or meals ready to eat, are packaged meals that come in individual servings. They're easy to store, don't require cooking, which makes them ideal for emergency situations. An MRE usually contains everything you need to get through a meal, including an entry, side dish, dessert, crackers, spreads, and utensils. MREs are an essential part of any survival kit. But how long are MREs good for? Can they last for several years? And what happens if you eat one that's past its expiration date? Also, what is the best way to store and preserve them? Let's find out. How long are MREs good for? According to military and survival experts, the lifespan of most MREs is up to 5 years. As long as they are stored in dry conditions at 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 26.7 degrees Celsius or less, they are good throughout this period of time. To ensure that your MREs are always good, add a 6-month check to your routine. Every half a year, check your stored MREs expiration dates and rotate out those who are about to expire. You can consume them or dispose of them. Just make sure you replace them with fresher MREs. This way, your essential supplies will be always ready for any emergency or doomsday event. Can you eat a 20-year-old MRE? While MREs were designed to be durable and long-lasting, there is a limit to how long they will stay fresh. After the aforementioned 5 years, the quality of the food begins to decline and it is no longer recommended to eat them. However, there are some people who say that they have eaten 20-year-old MREs with no problems. While it is possible that the food inside these older MREs may not taste as good as it did when it was first made, it should still be safe to eat assuming the package has not been damaged and the food has been kept in a cool, dry place. If you have old MREs that you want to use up, there are a few things you can do to make them more palatable. Adding hot sauce or salsa can help boost the flavor of bland meals. You can also try adding fresh fruits or vegetables to give the meal a fresher taste. Finally, heating up an MRE will often make it taste better than eating it cold straight from the package. Can you eat expired MREs? The short answer is yes, you can still eat expired MREs. However, there are a few things you should know before chewing down on those old rations. First of all, expired MREs may not taste as good as fresh ones. The food inside an MRE pouch is vacuum sealed, which means that over time the flavors will start to dissipate. So, if you're expecting gourmet meals when you open up your expired MRE, you'll probably be disappointed. Second, the nutritional value of an expired MRE will also start to decline over time. The vitamins and minerals inside the food will degrade and become less effective. Therefore, if you're relying on an MRE for sustenance during tough times, it's important to make sure that your ration is as fresh as possible. Finally, while rare, it is possible for bacteria to grow inside an unopened package of an expired MRE. This can turn the meal into a poisonous hazard. If you have even the slightest doubt about MRE's color, texture, or smell, immediately dispose of it and do not consume. In conclusion, eat expired MREs only as the last resort. A better solution would be periodically checking the expiration dates and refreshing your stock. Can you get sick from MRE? MREs are shelf-stable meals that do not require refrigeration or freezing. They were originally developed for military personnel but are now available to civilians. So, can you get sick from eating an MRE? The answer is no, as long as the meal is within its expiration date and has been stored properly, example, in a cool, dry place. MREs are safe to eat because they are vacuum sealed and they also undergo a process called irradiation, which kills bacteria and other microorganisms that could cause food poisoning. However, if you have a specific food allergy or intolerance, you may want to check the ingredients list before consuming an MRE. With that said, some people may find the taste and texture of MREs to be unappealing after eating them. If you're not used to eating high-fat or high-fiber foods, you may want to start with small portions of an MRE until your digestive system adjusts. When should you throw out MREs? As stated earlier, MREs have a shelf life of about 5 years. However, it is important to note that this only applies to unopened MREs. Once an MRE is opened, its shelf life decreases significantly. An opened MRE will only last for about 3 days before it starts to spoil. So, if you have an open package of MREs, make sure to eat them within 3 days. Otherwise, you can wrap them in a plastic bag and throw away. Of course, there are other factors besides time that can affect the quality of your MREs. If you store your MRE in a hot environment above 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 26.7 degrees Celsius, they will start to degrade more quickly. Similarly, if you store your MRE in humid conditions, over 60% relative humidity, they will also start to deteriorate more rapidly. Hence, if you live in a hot or humid climate, make sure to consume your MREs sooner rather than later. How do MREs have such a long shelf life? MREs have a long shelf life because they are packed in airtight containers that prevent oxygen from getting inside. Oxygen is one of the main causes of food spoilage, so by keeping it out, MREs can last for years without going bad. Another reason why MREs have such a long shelf life is because they are sterilized using irradiation. This process kills bacteria and other microorganisms that could cause the food to spoil. Irradiation also extends the shelf life of many other foods, such as dried fruits and vegetables. How to properly store MREs. 1. Store them in a cool, dry place. MREs are designed to withstand high temperatures, but storing them in a cool, dry place will help to prolong their shelf life. 2. Avoid exposure to sunlight or extreme heat. While MREs can withstand high temperatures, exposure to sunlight or extreme heat can cause the food to degrade more quickly. 3. Keep them away from moisture and water. Moisture and water can damage the packaging of an MRE and lead to spoilage of the food inside. 4. Inspect your MREs regularly. Check for signs of damage or leaks in the packaging and be sure to eat any foods that show signs of spoilage immediately. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please like it and subscribe to support our channel. For the full article and more information about off-grid living, survival, camping and much more, please visit our site and enjoy our articles on these and other topics. Have a wonderful day.